Hello everyone, my name's Alexis and welcome to class today. The theme of today's class is the first of the niyamas, known as SAUCHA. And we're going to begin seated on our mats and we're going to start with a mudra. This mudra is pretty simple. You're just going to bring your thumb to the crease of your ring finger on the pinky side. So you're going to kind of stick your thumb kind of right between your ring finger and your pinky, and then let your hands rest on your lap, palms facing up. And then go ahead and close your eyes and begin to breathe. If you are unfamiliar, SAUCHA, the first of the niyamas, means purity or cleanliness. And like all of the 5 niyamas, SAUCHA is a recommendation, a suggestion for us to examine what is serving us and what is not serving us in our lives. The thing I love about SAUCHA is, to me, it feels like one of the most actionable niyamas of the 5 of them. There is a lot of power in being able to look at your life and examine what is serving me well and what isn't, and then being able to make changes to adjust that. SAUCHA can apply to all areas of our lives. We can look at how we eat. Are we eating in such a way that gives us energy, nourishes us, brings us joy? Are we moving our bodies in such a way that is fun and joyful rather than punishment? Are we getting enough sleep? Is there things we can do in our life that will enable us to get the sleep that we need, the amount of sleep that we need? This can also be mental. There is a lot of benefit to examining how do you talk about yourself? How do you think about yourself? SAUCHA would encourage us to examine, what are the thoughts that I think about myself on the day-to-day? Do I talk really negatively about myself? Do I shoot myself down a lot? Do I discredit myself? And SAUCHA would encourage us to examine, would I treat a friend the way I treat myself in my mind? And allow you to start shifting that behavior to maybe treat yourself with a little more kindness. SAUCHA also helps us examine our emotions. I say often on this channel that our emotions are real and valid, but they might not always be true. Our emotions are often guided by a lack of perspective, and it's important for us to find that perspective. And SAUCHA is the niyama that can enable us to do that. SAUCHA enables us to take a step back, look at an emotion, and ask, where is this coming from? Why do I feel this way? What is causing it? And am I perceiving those causes truthfully? Another thing to do with our emotions and with SAUCHA is, are you allowing yourself to feel your emotions? Or are you over allowing yourself to feel your emotions? There are other niyamas about restraint, and there's a yama about moderation. But SAUCHA is what allows us to examine how we deal with our emotions. Our own relationship with our feelings, our thoughts, our physical body, how we allow ourselves, how we see ourselves interacting in the world, can all be influenced by SAUCHA. And that's what we're going to examine today as we move through this class. You can imagine this as sort of a detox flow. Think about the things. Are there things in your life that aren't benefiting you? And these can be as simple as, maybe there's a TV show that you're watching that always makes you feel kind of gross at the end. Maybe you don't have to keep watching it. But it could also be as big as, I am not moving as much as I would like to in a day, and I feel sluggish and lacking energy, and I would like to do more yoga, go on more walks, start hiking, whatever the goal is there, whatever the behavior is that you want to change. SAUCHA then is the niyama that can help you examine what you need to add and what you need to take away in your life. This mudra is the mudra for SAUCHA. It is what allows us to truthfully look at how can we purify our life so that we invite in things that bring us joy, bring us peace, bring us love, bring us patience, bring us endurance, for all of the other things that we encounter in life. Take another deep breath in here. And you can let your hands relax out of the mudra. And we're going to begin today with one of the best cleansing breaths in the yoga toolkit. If you are on your period, if you are pregnant, if you have any cardiac issues, and if you at any point feel lightheaded, please do not do this breath work. Otherwise, we're going to be doing breath of fire. So go ahead and take a big breath in through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Breath of fire is a series of sharp exhales where the belly snaps back into the spine. It sounds like this. So very sharp exhale out the nose. As you exhale, your belly snaps back. And you don't need to worry about your inhale because your body will automatically inhale for you. So you can sit up nice and tall. You'll take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. And then you'll breathe in halfway and begin. Keep going. Really make sure that the belly snaps back to the spine. Your exhale is forceful, and the snapping of the belly is what propels the air out of you. So you can imagine that the force of your belly, the fire that you're building up, is sort of expelling anything out of you that you don't want. Negative energy, negative thoughts, negative self-talk, influences, memories, things that you don't want to hold on to that aren't helping you be happier, more positive, a lighter presence in the world, higher vibration, however you want to say it. Continue. You're almost done. Almost there. You're doing great. Breath of fire is challenging, but I just know you're doing great. And if at any point it gets to be too much, take a deep breath and breathe naturally. Almost there. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Hold at the top. Maybe breathe in a little bit more through the nose. Sip through the lips. And exhale it out. Very nice. Go ahead and give the shoulders a little roll. Inhale the arms up overhead and exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. We're going to come now to tabletop pose. If you were sitting on a cushion, you can set it aside and set yourself up for tabletop pose here. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And we're going to begin with a couple cat-cows. Inhaling to open up across the chest, exhaling to round through the spine, tucking the chin into the chest. Find a little bit of fluidity here. Imagine like your spine is sort of wringing, like you're wringing out a dish rag, wringing out, sort of stretching out things within your body, aches and pains, cramps, tension, whatever that is. And then come back through to center, and you're going to start doing barrel rolls. So you're going to move the rib cage in a circle, lowering it towards the mat and then scooping it around back up towards the sky and again, and then switch directions, moving the ribs in an opposite circle, kind of like you're scooping the last peanut butter out of the jar. It's my favorite analogy for these body rolls. Bend the elbows as much as you need as you do this. Beautiful. Step your hands forward just a couple inches so that you can lower your hips down towards the mat, coming into your upward facing dog. Toes are still flat on the mat. Press through the hands and then press yourself back into downward facing dog. Walk it out here. Make any movements that you need. Press through the hands. Maybe find some stillness. And then inhale the right leg up to the ceiling and open up the hips here. So bend the knee, try to stack the hips while keeping the shoulders straight. And you're going to start to make hip circles. So you're going to move the knee in a circle in one direction. Beautiful. And then you're going to switch directions, move the knee in the opposite direction. Imagine you're drawing a circle with the front of the knee. Beautiful. And then from here, after you finish your last circle, stretch the leg straight again and hug the right knee into the chest. Squeeze, 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 and plant the right foot between the hands. Let the left knee come down to the mat and lift up into your low lunge. Let the hips sink forward. Make sure that right knee stays directly over the right ankle. Keep the ribs knitted in. Beautiful. And bring the left hand down to the mat. Swing the right arm up to the ceiling for an easy twist. You can look up to the sky or down at the mat, wherever is comfortable. And then from here, you're going to heel toe that right leg. So it's coming in front of you. So you're in a supported side plank. And from this side plank, you're going to lift the hips, push through the feet. So you kind of make a rounded shape with your torso. And then from here, you're going to inhale, lower the hips to the mat. Exhale, push the hips all the way up as far as you can. Inhale, lower the hips. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower the hips. Exhale, press and lift. Pivot yourself back to the front of the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left into your downward facing dog. Very nice. Find some stillness here. Press through the heels. Press the sternum towards the mat. And then inhale the left leg up to the ceiling. Bend through the knee, open up the hips, and begin to make those hip circles with the left knee. So again, you're trying to draw a circle with the left knee, going in one direction at first. Beautiful. And then switch directions, circle in the opposite direction. And you might find you have more mobility going one way and instead of the other, and that's totally fine, totally normal. Beautiful. Straighten the left leg behind you and then hug the knee into the chest. Plant the left foot down between the hands, lower the right knee, and lift yourself up into your low lunge. Let the hips sink forward. Left knee is over the left ankle. Hands are overhead or at heart center. The ribs are knitting in together. And then bring the right hand down to the mat and swing the left arm up to the ceiling into your easy twist. Breathe deeply. And then lift your hips up, heel toe that left foot so it's in front of you, so you're in sort of a supported side plank, and then push the hips up toward the ceiling, round through the spine like you're kind of doing a little side bend. And then inhale, lower the hips to the mat. Exhale, push through the left foot, the side of the right foot, push the hips up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lower the hips to the mat. Exhale, lift. One more time. Beautiful. Lower the hips. Inhale, lift the hips up. Pivot yourself so you're facing back towards the front of the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Lower the knees and come up to standing on your knees, kneeling. Make sure your hips are nice and stacked over your knees. And from here, bring your hands to heart center. We're just going to do a couple very simple back bends. I don't want you to sink into your hips. I want you to imagine you can lift up out of the hips and then lean back just a little bit. You're not going to go very far here. So big breath in, lift up, exhale, lean back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, bend back, baby back bend. Inhale, forward. Beautiful. And then bring your hands just resting at your sides and twist side to side. Little twists just to release through the spine. And then you're going to inhale the arms straight up overhead and exhale. We're going to come into rabbit pose. So bring the top of your head down to the mat and send the hands, the arms back towards your feet. Breathe deeply here. Imagine anything that you don't want in your life, any thoughts, any negative memories, anything at all is flowing out of your head into the mat beneath you, where it's being absorbed by the earth and leaving your system. Inhale yourself all the way back up, and then plant the hands on the mat, curl the back toes under, and press up into downward facing dog. Breathe deeply. You can move here or find stillness, whatever feels best. Bring the left foot forward or the right foot. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So bring whichever foot forward so that you can turn to face this long edge of your mat in your forward fold so that you're still facing the video. And then in here in your forward fold, make sure your feet are parallel to the short edge of the mat. Your feet are about as wide apart as one of your own leg lengths. And then just begin to sway side to side. Relax through the spine, relax through the neck. Inhale, lift up halfway. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the torso. Exhale, fold down. You're going to bring the left hand underneath the face. Lift the right arm up to the ceiling and bend into that left knee, coming into a little bit of a twist with a deeper stretch into that right inner thigh. If you want to bring a block under your left hand for this, please do so. Come back through to center. Right hand comes underneath the face. Pull the left arm up to the ceiling, twist to the left, and bend through that right knee. So now we're getting a stretch in the left inner thigh. Beautiful. Come back through to center, and we're going to come into Skandasana on the left side. So bend as far into the left knee as you can. If you can't bend very far, that's totally fine. Just stay up wherever you are. If you can get your heel all the way to the mat, great. If not, no worries. And lift up through center, coming into Skandasana all the way over onto the right side, bending through the right knee. Stay up and lifted through the torso, through the spine as we move through our Skandasanas here. And keep the extended leg flexed, the foot of the extended leg flexed. Come back through to center into Skandasana on the left side. And then back over to the right. Beautiful. Coming back into your wide-legged forward fold, you're going to come into gate pose. So you're going to lower the right knee down to the mat and extend the left leg out to the side. And that left foot is going to be parallel to the short edge of the mat. And you'll stand up on your knee just like that. Inhale the arms up overhead. And you're going to move in a circle. So you're going to bend over towards the left and sweep yourself over the leg up to the right. You're going to bend yourself over to the right. Sweep yourself in a circle to the left and up and over. A couple more times. Over to the right. Use your core to lift you up. And then next time you come to the left side, you're going to come into a side bend to the left, and your left hand's going to rest on that extended left leg. Reaching up and over, creating space from that right knee all the way up to the right hand. And then bring yourself over to the other side. Right hand comes to the mat, left arm arcs up and over. Full body side stretch on this side. Lift yourself up, plant the hands on the mat, and pop your right knee up so you're back into your wide-legged forward fold, and we'll just switch sides. So this time left knee comes down, right leg extends out to the side, foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Lift up into your gate pose. Inhale the arms up overhead. This time lean over to the left and sweep yourself in a big circle over to the right. Continue like this, making this movement very fluid, making these big circles. Lift the arms. Try and be big here. Try to take up space here. Beautiful. And then come back over the right leg, coming into your side bend, reaching over to the right. Getting a stretch in that whole left side of the body. Beautiful. And big breath in propels you over so that left hand comes to the mat, reaching with the right arm up and over. Come back to center. Let the hands come to the mat. Lift your legs back up into your wide-legged forward fold and relax here in your fold. You're welcome to put your hands and arms wherever is comfortable. I like mine under my face, but you can also bring your hands to the ankles or the shins if that is comfortable. And if you want to sway side to side here or bend into one knee and the other, you are welcome to do so. Once again, imagine anything that's not serving you dripping out of the top of your head into the mat beneath you. Bend through both knees, press through the feet, and roll yourself all the way up to standing. You can heel toe the feet together or just step the feet together. And from here, we're going to come into a little balancing hip opener. So transfer your weight to the left foot, lift the right knee up, and grab your hand around the shin to hug that right knee into the chest. And you can make some circles with the right ankle. Use your right hand to open up that right knee to the side and bring it back to center. Open it up to the side, bring it back through to center. Open it up to the side, bring it back through to center, and then open it up to the side again and come into your tree pose. So your right foot's going to come either to the inside of your left thigh, inside of your left shin, or down by the left ankle. Root yourself down through that left foot. Lift up out of your ankle, out of your knee, out of your hips. Push the right foot into the left leg. Your hands can be at heart center or extending up overhead like you're a tree growing its branches to the sky. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Come out of it, shake everything out, give the legs a wiggle. And we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Weight into the right leg, right foot, lift the left leg up. Hand wraps around the left shin. And then open the left leg out to the left and bring it back to center. Open it to the left, bring it back to center. Open it up to the left and bring it back to center. And then this time open it up to the left again and come into your tree pose, bringing that left foot wherever is comfortable along your right leg. Just as long as it doesn't touch or press into the knee, any position is good. And same thing. All four corners of that right foot are pushing into the mat. You're lifting up out of your joints. Your core is engaged. You're looking at one spot in front of you for your balance, and your arms might be reaching up overhead to grow your tree. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Let it go. Shake out the legs and make your way to the front of your mat. Inhale the arms up overhead and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Breathe through the spine. Exhale into your forward fold, maybe sway side to side here. Push through the heels and roll yourself all the way up into Tadasana. Lift the arms up overhead. And from here, you're going to lift the heels off the mat, coming up into your tippy toes, and try to keep yourself stable. We're going to lower ourselves all the way down to the mat from our tippy toes. So from your balance, inhale, lift the heels off the mat, lower the arms. Okay, and then this time we're going to lower ourselves all the way down, bending the knees, move with control. Bring the hands to heart center. Balance here. If you need to bring your hands to the mat or to blocks, you can do so. And if you fall out of it at any point, that is totally fine. Pop your hips back. We're going to land into our Navasana, our boat pose. You can always have the toes on the mat or the hands behind the knees or the hands reaching forward, whatever feels most accessible for you today. Beautiful. And relax out of it, coming to a cross-legged position. Go ahead and grab your journal. I always like to bring a block into my lap when I'm journaling in a yoga class. And for today's quick little journaling prompt, I want to offer up this prompt. Journal on what are 3 small things that you could detox out of your life. SAUCHA is a little bit like a detox, and it has us examining what serves us, what doesn't, what should stay, and what doesn't need to stay. So maybe it's a certain TV show that isn't really adding anything to your life. Maybe it's a certain book. Maybe it's a certain yoga teacher. Maybe it's a certain type of conversations with a friend or a family member. Maybe it's a certain friend. Maybe it's a part of your job. Find 3 small things that you can detox out of your life starting today for the next couple of minutes. go ahead and finish your thought. No, you can always repeat this exercise or come back to it. This process of SAUCHA, of examining our life, detoxing out what we don't need, is ongoing, because there will be different periods in our life where different things will serve us and another period of our life where they won't serve us. Part of being a yogi, part of practicing this journey of the 8 limbs of yoga is being able to examine those things and question those things often. So, trust that you can come back to this experience, to this class, to this journal prompt at any time, and it might benefit you to do so. So finish up whatever thought you have. Set your journal aside. If you were using a block, you can set it aside as well. And from here, we're going to come into banana pose, lying on our backs. So if you want to windshield wiper the legs or take any little twists you need before we get down there, go ahead and do so. Any last movements. And then once you arrive on your back, extend the legs long and bring the right leg to the far right edge of your mat. Bring the left leg over to the right edge of the mat as well. You might be able to cross the ankles, and then lift the shoulders off the mat, shimmy them over to the right, and clasp the elbows up overhead. And make note of how you've clasped your arms, so we will switch the clasp when we go to the other side. Close your eyes and breathe here. I love to treat banana pose like a pre-shavasana. This is a way to ease our body and our mind into the idea of laying in stillness and rest. This very gentle stretch opens up the whole side body and helps calm the mind so that when you get to shavasana, there's a little bit more energy, a little bit more mental stuff that's been discharged. And from here, we're just going to come over to the other side. So uncross the legs, swing them over to the left, lift the shoulders, swing them over to the left as well. And this time clasp the arms the opposite way, reaching for the elbows, but just make sure the other arm is crossed in front. It might feel a little bit strange, and that's okay. Rest here, breathe here for the next couple of breaths. Take another breath here and move your body back through to center. Let the feet go as wide as the mat. Let the arms rest by the sides. Close your eyes if they aren't already and relax in your shavasana. And if there's anything weighing a bit heavy on you, something that you know for sure isn't quite pure or clean in your life that you would like to detoxify, that you would like to release. Here in your shavasana, fully supported by the mat beneath you, imagine it dripping off of your body into the earth beneath you. And of course, that doesn't mean that it's going to go away, but visualize whatever that heavy thing is leaving your body and how you would feel if that thing wasn't something you had to deal with anymore, or was something you could move on from or move through. Breathe deeply. Even as you do that visualization, stay in touch with how your body feels. And then take another big breath in and out through your nose. Move the fingers and the toes, wrists and the ankles. And make your way up to a seated position, however you want to get there, whether that's through fetus pose, full body stretch, hugging the knees to the chest. Whatever feels good to lift yourself up into a seated pose. You can prop yourself up on a block if you like, and we're going to finish with a short affirmation meditation. So let your hands rest in the lap. You can come back to that mudra we started with, bringing the thumb to the crease of the ring finger if you like, or you can just let your hands rest on the lap. You don't need to repeat these affirmations if you don't want to, and just listen and soak them in. I am whole. I deserve joy. I embrace positivity. I am willing to change and grow. I move consciously through my day. My mind is calm. My heart is open. My body is strong. I am whole. I deserve joy. I embrace positivity. I am willing to change and grow. I move consciously through my day. My mind is calm. My heart is open. My body is strong. I am whole. I deserve joy. I embrace positivity. I am willing to change and grow. I move consciously through my day. My mind is calm. My heart is open. My body is strong. I am whole. I deserve joy. I embrace positivity. I am willing to change and grow. I move consciously through my day. My mind is calm. My heart is open. My body is strong. I am whole. I deserve joy. I embrace positivity. I am willing to change and grow. I move consciously through my day. My mind is calm. My heart is open. My body is strong. Breathe deeply here. Take a big breath in through the nose. Let it out the mouth. If you are holding the mudra, you can release it. SAUCHA is a consistent practice, so don't feel pressure to get all of your ducks in a row right now. When you are ready, tuck the chin into the chest. Maybe rub the hands along the thighs, and then bring the hands together at heart center and just start to rub the palms together, creating a little bit of heat, a little bit of friction. Keeping your eyes closed, bring the palms over your eyes. Open your eyes with your hands cupped over your eyes. When you're ready, let your hands come back to your lap and let in the light. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next week for more yoga. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now.